All right, so we're Barstool ISU. We have Kyle Kempt here for a little interview, a little question and answer. So I'm Jacob Newton. We got Mason.
Mason Magruder. Mm-hmm.
And obviously Kyle.
All right, so first question right off the bat. So when Matt Campbell said, the news came out with Jacob Park, he came to you and said, all right, Kyle, you're starting against Oklahoma, at Oklahoma. Were you like, all right, let's do this, or were you just completely like shitting your pants?
I wouldn't say I would shit my pants, but to be honest, like I found out on that Tuesday that, hey, I'm going out to practice. I'm splitting reps with Zeb, and then from there it's like, I was trying to keep it as normal week as possible. But when we got to Oklahoma, remember one of the things was we stayed in the hotel where they keep all the recruits, so our coach was making a big deal out of it, like, hey, they're keeping the recruits here, they don't respect us, and they didn't really respect us at all. Like, they were expecting to roll us over. I mean, we were a 30-point underdog.
Yeah. But
when I got there, like, at the end of the day, like, it's just a football game, and for me, like, yeah, we're playing against, Baker Mayfield and Oklahoma, but at the same time, we all got to go out there and strap it up and play, so it really wasn't like, it was just a normal game for me.
That's cool. How about when the very last pass he incompletes it and you're like, holy shit, we just beat Oklahoma?
I couldn't believe it in the sense that, wow, like, I'm really at this point right now.
Yeah.
Me and Akeem Butler, we were just sitting on the bench, like, we were not about to try and watch, like, we were just about to keep it the same the entire game. And then when that final pass happened, all I could think about was, okay, we just got to take a knee, and then we can celebrate. And I was like, holy shit, I wonder what everyone's thinking right now. Like, I basically disappeared off the face of the earth for most people for a couple years I've been in college, and then all of a sudden, like, I'm here beating Oklahoma at their place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your first game, that's your first, like, collegiate snap, and it's against Oklahoma, and that kind of, like, victory is absolutely wild, so.
Yeah, like, I played a couple games the year before, but really, like, I haven't played meaningful football since 2012, and my first snap was, against Oklahoma, and they were in the college football playoffs this year. But, it just goes to show that, if you keep working hard and you keep, doing what you're supposed to be doing, eventually things are going to work out, and I was able to take the best out of the opportunity.
All right, so obviously you're a man of like many emotions. You catch so many emotional moments with you. So did you like crack a smile or like a little fist pump when you won, or?
When we won, that was the thing. I wanted to like celebrate, but at the same time I was like, okay, I gotta go congratulate them. I said something to Baker. I know he was pissed after that game. He's probably the only. There's only a couple quarterbacks that I've talked to after games. Him, Kenny Hill, because I know Kenny after that TCU game, and I think I talked to Riley Ferguson after the Memphis game too. But I was on that field for a while. When we were in the locker room, you guys have probably seen the video of like being mobbed. When we were in the locker room, I had to like drop my helmet because people were just going absolutely insane. I couldn't find my helmet the rest of the day. When they found my helmet, all the decals off the helmet were stripped clean.
You're like, oh shit.
That, like, our offensive coordinator almost died that day. He had like a heart. He has like I don't know the full story. He has like a monitor in his heart. He almost passed out on the field because I think he was in just such shock that we won that game.
If you're gonna die, that's like a cool.
That'd be a good.
Yeah.
He would have been good if he could have died right there. Like, he would have been good with life.
Yeah,
I would have been fine if I would have died. I was just watching it,
Oh yeah, like, that would be like top 3 ways like you could die.
That would have capped off the week though in the right way. If someone dies on the field.
Yeah, it would have almost been like, is it really an upset unless someone dies on the field?
Yeah, no.
We
might have had to sacrifice somebody to win that game.
Yeah,
it's
all about like a ritual sacrifice thing.
Pull some random walk on, just be like, hey man, like this for the team, like, are you really like buying into the culture?
That was the best part of the victory. I got put into a walk-on group chat. It's a national walk-on group chat where we have walk-ons from all over the country in this giant group chat, and I got added to that because a couple of our Iowa State guys are part of it. That was the best chat. So shout out to the walk-on nation if you guys are watching this.
Hopefully it reaches them.
Yeah.
That'd be cool though. Yeah, go for it.
So, after the game, when Campbell gave the process talk, how was that? Like just listening to him talk about the process and like putting in the hard work and stuff.
You're winning here because of character. Yeah. We're gonna flip this thing because of character and leadership. I told you this when it wasn't going well. Now I'm gonna tell you it when it's going good. I could not be prouder of a football team and a group of young men that I am a leader.
Because watching that video afterwards, like, I was just watching it on my phone, and I felt like I could do anything in the world after hearing that man talk, like in person.
And that's the thing, he's like that all the time. So for us, like, it's a normal talk, but like for everyone else, you kind of get a taste of what it's like. That guy gets me fired up every single day. Like we just had our team meeting speech for the winter, and it was just classic Campbell. Like he's so ready to go, and that's the great thing he does with his team. He gets everyone going towards one goal, and he gets the guys fired up. But you love it, like makes you want to run through a brick wall all the time.
I was literally just about to say I was about to like run through a wall when I saw it. It was so
it's
cool.
insane, but that's how it is. Man eats, sleeps, and breathes football. So.
Yeah. Does he ever like actually sleep though? Or?
I don't know if he sleeps.
Yeah.
I know he wears like the same outfit every day. He's gotten better. He's gotten better. But I think last year he wore like all black for, I'm pretty sure, every single day. Same outfit too.
One thing I noticed with him is I just like go and Google search Matt Campbell pictures just because I'm obsessed or whatever. But like in all these pictures, he's literally just like, in this like the arm cross like position. Is that just all he does?
I guess that's what he doesn't do that at practice as much. But he does do that quite a bit during games. Sometimes I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you guys just see him going ballistic on the sideline.
Our favorite like GIF ever is Campbell. Like
his post.
Yeah, I tweet that at least probably like once
But
a week.
if you go watch his highlight tape from college though, he does the same stuff
Really?
all the time. Yeah, it's literally like watching him coach, except he's playing on the field. It's hilarious. But that over exaggerated fist pump he has after touchdowns, it's awesome. That's the energy he brings every single day.
That's awesome, dude.
So, what was your favorite victory to celebrate? After Oklahoma or after TCU, with it being homecoming and all the fans stormed the fields singing "Sweet Caroline" and whatnot?
For me, like Oklahoma after that game, I was more concerned about we have like a couple more. We have like now I'm the starter. I gotta like actually prepare every single week. After the TCU game was wild though, just because of them rushing the field. I ended up on the TCU's bench because I went and talked to Kenny after the game. And it was just me and Trevor Ryan, and it was just a bunch of students around. There was no other teammates. And I remember just standing there, and they're singing "Sweet Caroline." And I was like, it does not get better than this right now.
Mm-hmm.
With this, these fans, this place, that environment. There's just you always have like one or two games during a year where everything is right. The fans are there, the weather's perfect. It's just those kind of games. And those are games that just stick for you for your entire life.
Yeah, there were literally fans eating the grass off the field. Like,
yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I was just happy about the win.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so this is like one of my questions I have to ask. I'm just so excited to ask. So, there was that BS Oklahoma call or Oklahoma State call with the alleged interception that was easily a Murdoch catch. And then there were the 4 picked up flags in the fourth quarter of the K-State game. So out of those 2 calls, which is your favorite to bitch about? Because I love bitching about those ones.
Probably, personally for me, the K-State stuff, just because I played the rest of that game, because I was hurt in the Oklahoma State game. But even so, like, that K-State stuff blew my mind. Just because I've never seen so many flags. Not even just playing a game, just watching a game. I've never seen so many flags picked up. Yeah, like that's like
our 2-minute.
That would have
they called that it was going to be pass interference, and they picked it up.
No,
there is no foul for defensive pass interference.
That was a frustrating thing too, because like it's with K-State, we keep getting to that point, but that's something that we'll have to change, and for us. That's something we got to continue to build towards. But those flags, like I couldn't believe it. Even if like I wasn't playing in the game, I'm just watching it on TV. I still wouldn't believe it. I only see like one flag picked up maybe during a game occasionally.
Yeah. I'm surprised my phone still works right now. I literally when that happened, I threw my phone to the ground. Like the very last play, I'm like, you're kidding me. Some cuss. I don't cuss in front of my parents, but like I was like, God damn it, and all that stuff, and they just kind of looked at me and they're like.
And it's hard as players to like blame the refs because at the end of the day, it's on us for losing that game. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's just frustrating. Like you've never been a part of something like that.
Yeah.
And their fans couldn't believe it either. I don't think their fans believed they won the game after the game. I
have some friends that go to K-State and they were literally like, well, they were giving me shit, but they're like, yeah, that was like complete bullshit calls that you guys kind of screwed over.
Well, that's how the games have been between us and K-State though. It's always coming down to the last second.
And I think they beat us like 9 straight times, and every time it's within like 8 or 9 points. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's always a good game.
Dude, Bill Schneider just He needs to go.
Dude, I didn't know the Big 12 refs were even capable of that. I didn't even they were capable of a lot of different things, but
Dude, they surprise you. They every time you watch an Iowa State game, like the Big 12 refs come to play.
Yeah, they
no
come
doubt.
to play more than the players do oftentimes.
They definitely show up.
They
so.
definitely do. Gosh.
So did you guys use the Memphis turning the helmet, our helmet upside down as like motivation or anything, or was it just kind of?
You know, you have a couple guys on the team. You have guys like me who like not really care about that, and then you have guys on the team that really take that personal. So I think,
Like obviously Lazard.
Game was Marcel Spears. He isn't here, so would you accept?
yeah, like there are guys. But that's the thing, like with any kind of trash talk, like there are some guys that live off that stuff. So for Memphis, it's like you're giving our guys ammunition. And I didn't think it was smart in the first place, and then
No.
and then at the end of the game, like our guys are justified in doing whatever they want in the field.
Mm. I feel like I'm more your style. Like I try and let trash talk like not affect me. And I don't know. I feel like you love like the trash talk.
Yeah, I'm honestly actually not a big trash talker.
You are?
I'm not.
You're good at it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have to roast people on the Twitter account, but
That's
okay.
true.
I can't talk in the field. Like, I'm too worried about like getting the next play, having
I
to flush the
understand.
next play. Like sometimes I wish I just played defense where they can just talk shit all day.
That's true.
Like,
Yeah.
that's what my dad played defense in college, and I'm sure that's what he did. Like me, it's like you got to be focused on everything, and it's just part of the position. But if I was like an offensive line, I'd probably just be like I'd be dirty as hell, just talking shit all day.
Were there any players that ever like actually got in your head, like even a little bit, or?
No, because no one really
That's
said.
good.
I think most guys probably realize that I don't look at anyone else besides what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys will say something if I'm like running out of the pocket and I get hit, they'll say something. But I've never had someone just like consistently talk to me the whole game.
Okay, that's nice.
What's your like favorite piece of trash talk you've heard on the field, whether it's like
Yes.
towards you or someone on like one of your teammates or someone?
I think I wouldn't even call it trash talk. But my favorite thing, or one of our Hakeem Butler does this. He'll take the other team's towels. Like he has a collection of towels from other teams,
That is
and
good.
he'll do it in like the first quarter. He'll just go up to like a DB and he'll just grab his towel and he'll wear it the rest of the game. And he'll come on the sideline. Be like,
That is
"Kyle,
actually
hey, Kyle, look at this."
sick.
And he'll have like I think he has the Baylor, TCU, Oklahoma, and he has a wall at home with all the towels on it. I'm
We need a
pretty
picture
sure.
of that.
That is awesome, dude. That's like my favorite thing I've heard.
I know he's not done with it either. Like I'm sure he's trying to get the whole Big 12, trying to get all their
Oh
towels
yeah,
hanging on the wall.
those are his own personal.
That's my
trophies.
favorite thing though.
Yeah. Oh, well, my favorite like taunt was literally when he like
Oh.
flicked the ball. My dad's like, "Oh, why'd you do that?" I'm like, "That was sick."
That's
That
what
was-
I'm like, "That was worth every yard in my eyes."
It was so bad though, because Coach Campbell was so mad at him, and then they took the kickoff and took it all the way down. But
Oh,
we
I
got,
forgot about that. Yeah.
But we got bailed out by the flag.
Yeah. man.
So it was like
The
it
12
was
refs.
kind of justified in the sense that we got the flag, but Hakeem probably wouldn't have been able to get back on the plane if they had just took the whole kickoff down.
Oh yeah, it was like a little bit of karma that just hit him, and then like just took it back a little bit. You kind of just like needed to see it.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it until I saw it on Twitter that following or in that night.
It was literally. Like, my favorite.
I love that. I was like,
absolutely
that's
love it.
probably worth the 15 yards, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I
for
literally,
sure.
I'm like, if I were a receiver and I literally just burned a DB that bad, which probably wouldn't happen, but if I did, I'd be like, Ryan said, he's like, I don't want this ball, you take it. Like, if it's that easy, like that is sick. Coolest thing I've seen.
Another thing with the wide receivers, and they were all tweeting at Coach Prom just a couple months ago about playing basketball. If you thought that Coach Prom held a tryout, who do you think he would pick of your wide receiving core?
Marchie and Hakeem would be the two. Hakeem just because he's so athletic and tall, and he can dunk everything. I've seen him play at Rec. Marchie was actually a pretty good player in high school. I know there's a bunch of guys on our team that think they can play.
Yeah.
I don't know if they
So like
actually,
who?
Oh, who do I?
Where are you on the court?
Yeah,
You're a
true.
3-point
I'm
specialist, or
yeah,
you just grind it out on defense?
I'm probably a defensive grinder. I
That's
think
me too.
a lot of the DBs think they're pretty good. Some of our offensive line like to think they're good too. D line also.
Mhm.
You just know it is though. You get some guys in the court, they're good at football, but they think they're, Michael Jordan with the basketball in their hands. That's what really the guys going on the team talking about basketball. Who's better than us? Like Jamal Richardson thinks he's better than everyone on the team.
Yeah.
I just want to see a tournament of those guys go one-on-one each. I'd watch that all day.
Yeah, that would be fun. I mean, I would watch that too.
Might have to do something at lead or something with that.
I would host it. I would honestly host that. That'd be sweet. It's like, how does Lazard compare to Murdoch and Hakeem?
I haven't seen Allen play basketball before.
You
so
haven't?
I
Okay.
can't reliably say, you know, how he would do. I'm sure he's not bad though, but
Yeah.
I think Marching and Keem are probably better than him.
All right, I like
I mean,
that.
yeah, he'll probably hit me up after this.
He's gonna say something.
I just haven't seen him play yet.
Yeah,
That's
he
fair.
I actually know Lazar just because I like played basketball against him growing up, and he was always, first of all, more athletic than anyone on the court, so he would just torch everyone in that sense. But he was very good at that. So I like seeing Murdoch play though because I know, I've actually heard a lot about how Murdoch's actually like a good basketball.
Yeah, he
player.
played AAU basketball. I think he would actually be able to play on Coach Brom's team.
Really, that'd be sick. I want to see that. That'd be
I
cool.
would too.
I mean, season's over now, so Coach
Yeah.
Pro.
Yeah. So, okay, we talked basketball. What was or did you have like a second sport after football, or?
I played baseball growing up. I'd honestly just try and pitch if I could.
Mm-hmm.
I loved basketball growing up too, but I wasn't coordinated enough. I think until I got to college to be able to play and be successful in it.
Yeah. Would pitching like screw up your throw at all? Or?
It was tough going back and forth in high school, especially between like getting into pitching and getting into football. So I haven't touched baseball in like 5 years maybe.
Okay.
I love pitching growing up though.
Yeah. I feel like I respect pitchers so much because like that tight of a window.
There's
to be a
nothing
super-
better than striking someone out, especially with a fastball right down the middle.
Yeah, that'd be sick, right?
Well, it's just so mental too. It's like different than like kind of being a quarterback essentially. You have to make all the decisions and you have like kind of that total control of it. So
Exactly. I mean, I enjoy it. I like hitting too.
Mm-hmm.
I used to wrestle also. That was fun, but that's a pain though. I was really tall as a kid, so
Yeah.
I was wrestling all the kids. It was all by weight class, so.
So what weight class were you in?
A pretty heavy weight class, one of the heavier weight classes. So
Yeah.
I'd be wrestling all the heavy kids that are a lot smaller than me. And wrestling's like all about having a low center of gravity.
Yeah.
And I was always getting beaten that.
That would kind of suck.
Yeah.
I would hate like what do you call it? Cutting weight. I don't know. I'm just like maintaining your like such a strict diet. Did you ever have to do that at all? Or?
When I was playing youth ball, we had a weight limit. So like some years I'll play offensive line, like I think 2nd, 4th, and 6th grade I was playing offensive line, and then the other years I was playing quarterback, and I was like had to like cut weight just to be able to stay under the weight limit, because that's how you had to be under a certain weight limit and have the ball in your hands.
Oh,
So
okay.
some
Yeah,
mornings
that's
like
what
my
it
dad
is.
would take me before the game. He'd like go run me on the treadmill. I'd go sit in the sauna.
Really?
I'd eat a salad before the game, and then after I waited, I'd eat like 4 Butterfingers and be good to go for the game. That's seriously what my routine was for like 10 weeks.
I would say I would probably get really faint feeling just because I don't know if I don't have anything in my stomach and I go do a workout, I don't know, my body.
If I did that now, I couldn't do it, but I think
Yeah.
being a little younger, I was more compatible for that.
So do you have any like pregame rituals then or anything?
I try and keep things pretty similar. Sometimes I don't like listening to music. I just like taking in the environment.
Yeah.
When we get there, I'll go out in the field for about 10 minutes, take a couple pictures if it's an away game, and then I'll come back in, go out without pads, throw a little bit, come back in, get ready, and then we'll go through our pregame on the field routine, and then come back in. And I try and just keep things pretty light. I don't want to be too tight going out there.
Yeah.
And I play the best, so I'm having fun. So a lot of the guys on our team do a good job of keeping it loose in the locker room.
So nothing like superstitious or anything.
I'm not. I mean, superstitious in the sense where I always wear like the same stuff. You guys have
Yeah,
probably seen the
yeah.
arm sleeve too.
Oh yeah. I forgot
So
about that.
sometimes I'll wear that quite a bit, but at the Memphis game, like it was cold, so I had to wear like, quite a few sleeves.
Mhm.
So I put the sleeve in my left sock actually, and I
Really?
put my mouth. I don't wear a mouthpiece during the game. I put my mouthpiece in my right sock on the left side, facing outward every game too.
Was that okay? So you don't use it? That's literally just.
I don't
to
use
have
it.
there?
I just have it because I've gotten flagged before in high school. I don't know if.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, I'll lose a tooth if I have to before I wear a mouthpiece in college.
really?
I probably regret it, but
Yeah.
I need to talk too much, so that's why I don't like wearing it.
That's true. So okay, so most people know your story. You went to Oregon State. You were looking at 15 different schools, and
Yeah, coming out of high school, went to Oregon State for 2 years. Left there when we had a coaching change. Went to a JUCO for a semester and then walked on here in 2016.
What's been like the most surprising aspect of like Cyclone Nation?
Probably just the fan support. Even when we were 3 and 9, like we were having sellouts literally every game at home. I love the Midwest in general because the people here are so great, and just to see that fan support every single day, like I was like, what's it gonna be like when we're a top 25 team, we're playing top 5 teams, and we ended up finding out this year
Yeah.
with TCU. But I love it though. These fans are more than anything that anyone could ask for, and they probably give us more than we deserve sometimes. So it's great for us to be able to finally get back to them.
Yeah, I mean, I think, speaking for, I would think most fans, I would think you're giving us more than we deserve because we're not quite used to this. So we're like, this is.
I got
so
11
cool.
wins in my 4 years as a student, so
Yeah.
this year has been nothing short of like amazing
I would
to
say,
watch.
yeah, you like almost get the exact same amount of wins within one season.
Yeah, it's
that's
ridiculous.
kinda nice.
Yeah, no, I did not expect anything like that.
Mhm.
Getting to just a bowl game this year would have been, that's all I wanted. So
Mhm.
this year has been insane. So, but Campbell, real deal.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
That guy, he like never, like I always say, he never sleeps. Dude. He's just reeling in recruits left and right out. It seems to me.
Yeah, and he's already dead set on this next year. I mean, that's what you guys are gonna get every single year out of him. That's the funny thing. Like we're in the locker room after the game, and he's already talking about next season, getting ready for it.
He is.
And he's right though. Like
Yeah.
if we want to be a good Big 12 team, we got to be consistent every single year. That's the thing that's got to change around here. This wasn't just a 8-5 year. It's not a fluke year.
Mhm.
This is something that we got to build off of.
Yeah,
Take
definitely.
it even bigger heights.
Okay, so we're still waiting to hear back from the NCAA on the 6-year eligibility. So first of all, if they do grant you that, do you take it?
Yeah, I'm coming back if I get that.
Dude, that is sick. that's like all I want to
Second,
hear.
we tell Barstool Iowa State first so we can release it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, credit Barstool Iowa State.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. You guys heard it here first. So, okay, do we know the likelihood of that being the case, or?
I don't know. Just because it's with the NCAA, and you kind of never know, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen just with some of the cases they've had, they've gone in completely different directions, and then sometimes you do the obvious thing. So it's hard for me to say. Right now, I'm just being patient, which is hard,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's just part of it.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like I read up on it a little bit. I will say I'm not an expert on this by any means, but it seems like they should be able to grant you that eligibility. I don't know why they necessarily want it, but the NCAA has done worse. So
That's
Yeah.
that's where I'm at. Like I don't know why I shouldn't get it, but at the same time, it is the NCAA.
Yeah.
But there's good people there, so I'm sure they'll see it for what it needs to be.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So, let's see. So the other quarterbacks here are Zeb Noland and then I guess Real Mitchell is coming this next
Devin
year.
Moore.
Devin Moore is also here. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Devin Moore. Completely
Yeah,
forgot about
Devin tore his ACL
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
fall camp, which sucked because that's the second straight freshman we've had go down with an ACL injury in camp.
Was that down there?
Yeah,
Same field. I don't like going back to that field.
that. So who do you get along with, like, or who do you get along with out of those two quarterbacks?
We have a really tight knit quarterback group.
That's
So
awesome.
Me and Zeb are really close. Me and Joel were really close, honestly, last year too. And me and Jacob had a very good relationship as well. But it's a very fun-loving group. We all take our jobs very seriously.
That's cool.
But at the same time too, like we know what this position holds and the kind of scrutiny we come under, so we really have each other's backs in there. I try and be kind of like I wouldn't call it a father figure, but a big brother
Yeah.
to them. Just because you need to be a certain way to be able to play quarterback and be successful. You can't, you got to take it serious every single day of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to do the little, what do you call it, football toss?
No, that's not my style.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to do that.
Little fist bump.
Yeah, little
walk
fist
back, walk
little
back,
fist
walk
bump,
back.
walk back.
Maybe smile a
Don't
little
give them
bit,
anything.
too.
to talk about.
It's like that's your home right there. Just a little
That's
fist
what
bump.
I'm superstitious about.
Yeah.
Is like saying something to the opponent or doing something like arrogant, and then you go back out on the field and then you get a bad incompletion or interception. Like shit, that's because I did.
Yeah.
That's like my superstition. I don't like doing stuff because I feel like it comes back to haunt me. I'm weird like that. So if I do something bad, it's not like because I did, because I did something to taunt the opponent. It's just because I just messed it up.
Yeah. How many times did you just hand the ball off to David Montgomery and he just broke 7 million tackles for touchdowns? And you're like, how does this man do this? Because watching this year, he's superhuman.
Yeah, like on the
it.
sidelines, you appreciate it, but when you're on the field, you have to kind of have your head in the swivel. Because I figured out in the Oklahoma game, I'll hand the ball off to him, and I'm carrying out a fake, and he's coming back towards me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to throw blocks, and this kid is unreal.
You don't know where this guy's gonna go.
You think he's down, and then he throws his arm down, and then he's getting in there 5 yards, and that kid is going to be one of the best running backs in the country for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to watch him. I tweeted, I think I love David Montgomery every single game this year. So
No, yeah, it was getting almost a little uncomfortable.
it's like my I love Lindell tweets now too.
Yeah,
so,
true.
Like, I do love Lindell. So
Great kid though.
Yeah. Oh
Works-
my gosh.
Works harder than anyone on the team. Like that kid deserves everything he's getting. He's
Yeah.
only gonna get better because he's gonna continue to work hard.
He's incredibly humble too. Like okay, basically you could say, okay, yeah, David, that run was literally you just making everyone miss. And they would say like, so how was your game? You'd be like, you know what, it was the offensive line. They're great. I mean, we did have an amazing offensive line, but the guy just never ever talked about himself. He was just super humble, and I love that about him.
1,000-yard rushing mark during that game. What's that mark mean to you?
Nothing. I mean, I guess it's just another number, an extra digit, I guess. I mean, it really doesn't do anything for the team, I guess. I mean, an individual accolade is cool, but when you're doing good as a team, that's way more better than that. So.
Yeah,
You're such a great guy.
that's how he is. His body is really what our team should be about too.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So, do you have a PMT question or?
yeah, we know that you're a huge fan of part of my take. So I'm on Team PFT. Like if I could be one of them, who would you want to pick out of the two?
I'd probably pick PFT. More so just because of how funny he is, especially on Twitter.
He's a great.
I love Big Cat too, but he can be such a homer sometimes with some of these things. But PFT will always find the funniest thing out of any situation to say. Although Big Cat on Suicide Watch is one of my favorites. With Wisconsin games. The Chicago Bulls, the Cubs, anything, or his ass is on the line. Like it's one of my favorite things about it. Just seeing him live tweet his emotions, and then when they lose, that just sudden depression he has.
That's so
it's
true.
The best thing ever.
I like PFT just comes up with the most random, like, witty comments. He'll say something, I'm just like, how does that pop in your brain?
You can't think of the stuff that he thinks of. Like, it's impossible.
It's like immediately.
Yeah,
Like something happens.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts. I love it though.
Yeah, it's unreal. So this might be a little bit of a weird question, but there's a whole situation with Jacob Park. Did the team or you personally still keep in close contact with him, or how was that kind of
Yeah, I mean, he was around
situation?
the facility, so we were there for him. He knows we always support him, and we've always been there for him. I mean, that's a situation tough for him and the team too. I think we handled it the best way possible.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a little vague for everyone else to hear, but
And that's how it is. At the end of the day, though, he's part of our team. We're always gonna look out for our boys.
that's good. That's awesome, man.
What's your go-to restaurant names?
Honestly, right now it's been it's been Blaze ever since that opened. I love that place. Mexican food, I'm probably gonna butcher this name. Albaderos or Alvalardos.
Alvalardos. Yeah.
Wings. Kind of depends. B-dubs is pretty typical. What else? I love Wallabies too. And that new Jethro's that opened up is delicious as well.
Yeah.
Jethro's isn't out of Iowa, is it?
I think
it
it
is.
is. Des Moines, right?
Yeah, they only have a couple of restaurants in Iowa, I think.
Okay, but yeah, they haven't expanded beyond there.
No,
yet.
they haven't.
Yeah, Iowa right there.
Yeah, I'm
Locally grown.
a big Popeyes guy, but I think you guys have seen me tweet. I think when Coach Kempt got his extension, I tweeted at him Popeyes later this week, and we ended up getting Popeyes.
Yes. Man, I was worried. I like that.
Hey, we'll cut that out today. So he doesn't hear about that.
Yeah, I mean you gotta.
Yeah, true.
You gotta use your leverage with that.
That's true.
I'm trying to get some extra food.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, have you ever been walking somewhere hey, I'm obviously a certain quarterback, you guys want to hook me up with something,
No, I'm not like that, unfortunately.
I
feel like
I'm not gonna lie.
I definitely believe though, someone could actually abuse that privilege though.
Oh, yeah, I would abuse that privilege. I'm not gonna lie. If I would, I would also pull the whole thing where, if you're at a club in Las Vegas, you're like, dude, you can't get in. We're at capacity. Okay, come on. I'm obviously keeping one.
That's the thing with me. I'm the most low key person ever. So dealing with the spotlight's been new for me. But at the
do you
same
like
time,
it all, or?
I enjoy it in the sense where it's I'm able to bring positive news to this place as well, and be a good representative of Iowa State as well. That's why I like it in the sense where I'm not showing people anything negative about this college.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could go back on everything you said this entire season, I don't think you can find one bad thing to like chirp you for, which is kind of hard for us sometimes because we like to give people shit. But
that's my thing when I do interviews. Like I don't want to give any headlines, give the opposing team anything. You know, I'm always going to praise the guys around me because they all deserve it. You know, I couldn't do my job without them. So I just try and keep it pretty simple. Honestly, I try and keep it very Belichick-like. That's why I love listening to.
Okay, honestly, he is Belichick in like college quarterback form. I think so. I like that though.
But I like guys like Josh Rosen, how they're able just to say whatever they want, but they have that kind of leeway as well. He's been there for a while, because he says a lot of things that are on college players' minds all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about like Baker Mayfield? Do you like how out there he is with his charisma?
I do, in the sense that he's just able to do it and still be great for a team. It really wasn't detrimental. Like he never did anything on the field that was getting guys flagged. But I also like him in the sense where he took a chance on himself and walked down at Oklahoma. I remember reading his story where he was literally playing intramural football with some of the guys in his dorm before he was getting on the team. So as much for all the flair and stuff that he has. I have a lot of respect for him just because he's a competitive guy that went out and got what he wanted.
Exactly, and he backs it up on the field.
He does back it up on the field. There's a difference between guys that talk a bunch and don't back it up. He backed up every bit of it, so I mean he can do whatever he wants.
Even the crotch grab to KU sideline.
that was wild. That was wild, but he was at KU. I mean, he probably should have known that was coming. Like, they got nothing to lose. They're students. Didn't even realize the game was probably going on.
And they denied him of the handshake too.
My thing is, why? If I'm Kansas, why would you do that? Because that's just gonna make him. That's gonna piss him off even more and make him want to put 70 on you guys.
What was the score of our? Was it 40-0? It was.
45 nothing. That weather was awful that game too. But our defense. That was kind of the start of our defense really dominating the rest of the season.
Didn't they only get? I think they got 5 first downs in the entire game or something. There were some really bad offensive stats for KU. Or like I don't know if they even passed the 50-yard line. It's bad.
Not going for this.
They've got talented players too. That's not the thing. I mean, I don't know. You just don't know what goes on in that locker room and in that culture as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of the thing with football. You can have talented players, but if you have no culture and you have no work ethic in that program, you're gonna be terrible.
Yeah, I mean, so like
I can't speak on what they are, but that's just what I know basically about football.
Yeah.
So okay, we've already talked about PMT. Who else do you like within the whole Barstool universe?
I guess the whole Portnoy with the Patriots thing is honestly awesome. With him and Goodell. I think that was the thing that got me into Barstool, and then I kind of started exploring the rest of it. The rough and rowdy stuff that's been coming up. That stuff's hilarious. Anything with text too. Big Cat and Text. I love those.
Would you go on Rough and Rowdy? Okay, how about this?
Depends on who I'm fighting.
I was going to say, if they don't grant you a 6-year, do you go on Rough and Rowdy?
That would honestly be my first fist fight ever. Actual fist fight.
They hit pretty hard too. I mean, I wasn't able to see all of it, but Tex laid some wood.
Tex almost knocked Hank out.
Yeah.
You got one good hit on.
You got one good hit. I thought Hank was down for the count, but that's it's stuff like that makes Barstool different. It's just having fun, poking fun in the sports media world. That's why I like it a lot because a lot of it's satirical.
Yeah,
you can't take yourself serious in the sports sometimes too.
Exactly. It is satire and it's supposed to be comedy, and I think a lot of people kind of.
And in our culture now, you kind of need that.
Oh yeah.
Everything, you don't always need to be on pins and needles. I mean, there's a point of being, overboardly offensive and then also just being funny. And they're pretty good at not crossing the line.
Yeah, they sometimes get close to the line.
They like to be very close to that line. Sometimes they will cross it, but at the same time, I think they're also learning from that too.
Yeah.
Just with how it is now, Twitter, everything you do is put out there, and that's why I think they have to be careful. And then at the same time, college athletes do have to be careful. But stuff like Baker's arrest, his dash cam footage is on Twitter. You're able to look at it and see that, and then you just give fans ammunition. You got Arkansas police tackling it.
Yeah, it was easy for us to at least try and get into it. Said the entire week of it, but Yeah, just adds more fuel to everyone else's fire, I guess.
Yeah, but really, like, Twitter's a big part of why Barstool's honestly taking over.
Oh yeah, all about social media.
Okay, so Rough and Rowdy, Iowa State football edition. Who would be the headliners? And who would you fight? You have to be there. Maybe you wouldn't be the headliner, but you have to fight someone. And then who are the two headliners?
The headliner, honestly, would be one of our Polynesian players, Camilo. He's a big D-tap. Honestly, I'd pick Camilo and Ray, would be our starting nose tackle and our backing nose tackle. If they got into a fight, it would be the biggest, ugliest fight I've ever seen. Those are the kids that you always want to be friends with.
Oh, they're like big boys.
Camilo's my roommate.
So he's got your back.
I know the person. He has my back, but those kids could rip people's throats out with their bare hands.
So
that's insane.
That's the type of guy that, like, if you are in a fight and he's just standing in front, you could just, like, be behind him chirping to everyone as much as you want.
I wouldn't even know if I'd say anything. I'd just stand back and let him go nuts.
So who do you have in that fight then? Actually, you don't have to answer for the other person's sake.
Yeah, because I want to be able to come back on the team.
That's a lot. That's okay. So who are you fighting then in Rough and Rowdy?
I don't know, honestly. It's a good question. Because, like, I'm not the biggest guy. You know, I'm tall, but I don't have like a ton of weight on me either. I'd honestly have to fight like a wide receiver or a DB.
How about Trevor Ryan?
I would fight Trevor.
You would fight?
I would, because I'm such a good friend. And I hope he's watching the Titans game right now because I know they're gonna get their ass beat.
Or not.
I would fight. I would fight Trevor for sure, and I hope he sees it as well.
I mean, I'm down to just like tweet directly at Trevor and say, "Hey, Kemp's down."
I mean, me and him, like, one of our pre-practice rituals, and this is kind of funny because if anyone's been in our practice, we always go through like a warm-up line where like I'll throw bubble routes. Yeah. He's always the first one. Before we start practice off, we always flip each other off. In like certain ways or form, like we'll flip each other off like 5 or 6 times before we just start practice.
Yeah, well, you're not true friends unless you can throw shade at each other a little bit. So,
he'll like in I think 1 week he was on the bike in the corner and I was still flipping him off from like 40 yards downfield.
Yeah.
So I mean that's like one of our rituals though, but that's kind of the bonds we have too with our team. Like we're so close that we can do stuff like that all the time to each other.
That's awesome. So for the future of Cyclone football, I mean, I think for all of Cyclone Nation, we're thinking it's, on the ups. What are your personal thoughts about the future of the program?
I think it's very much on the ups. We've built such a strong foundation with these seniors that just came out that we're only going to get more talent. And then from there, it's just getting consistent and then, having seasons too where we'll really be able to push past 10 wins and get into the Big 12 title games and potentially the playoffs as well.
That's cool. I was about to say, so have you ever experienced like or I don't know how to word this question. Have you ever experienced like any like more like a stronger energy than when you're on the field and everyone's just singing Sweet Caroline?
Oh, probably not. Just because I feel like they do a good job of breaking that song out at the right point.
Never before a game.
Never before a game. I always think it's perfect right after a game, but nothing quite like after that TCU game. Did you really feel how happy everyone in that town was? Yeah,
no, it was crazy. And I mean, in Memphis, they were playing Sweet Caroline like at the bars the night before, and me and my friends were that at least know the culture of it. We refuse to sing. We're like, we're not singing this, dude. It's after a victory. You can't do it beforehand.
Right.
So, do you guys have any questions about Kyle? Do you have anything? Or?
I can't really think of anything right now.
I'm about to cash out right now.
Yeah. Kyle, you have questions for us?
Yeah.
This is good though.
Yeah.
I know we got a lot of questions though.
That's true. Who do you think would win in a fight, me or New?
I don't know you too well.
I mean, New. It's obviously New.
Hands
down.
I mean, I think he'd be scrappy.
Mason's over here swinging like this, and New's just like running circles around you, taking your knees out. It's not even.
We gotta have rough and ride between the Barstool accounts at other colleges.
We should.
Like a rough and ride tournament.
I actually would have liked seeing you and Los.
I don't think I could fight Los.
Yeah, it'd be like
Los wouldn't fight. Like, yeah, dude.
You can't do it.
It would. Yeah, it'd be like Vigo. That kid's too nice.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But I feel like you'd be like pretty scrappy. And have you ever been in a fight?
I'm not.
I haven't either.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
even know
want
what-
to. But
I just haven't felt the need to fight, honestly. Like, I'm not confrontational enough to where, like, I'll probably piss someone off or I'll get pissed off enough. Like you guys see on the field, like, I don't really show my emotions that much.
I mean, the closest I've ever got was like, some of my best friends just like piss me off when I'm drunk and I'll wrestle with them. But I've never gotten like a straight fist fight.
Yeah,
I did
like
punch
someone
you
you
one
don't
time.
know.
Oh, you did punch me one time. I totally forgot about that.
On his birthday.
Yeah, on my 21st birthday. Holy shit! It was like the slowest moving punch too. I didn't even know where it came. We were just like, I was like, what just happened? That was the first time I ever actually gotten punched in the face.
You're
So
welcome.
thank you. Yeah, it toughened you up a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so I don't think we have any more questions.
No, I'm good. So,
All right. So that's it.
thank you, Kyle.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Kyle.
you
Thank you
coming
guys for having me
on.
on.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, man. And let's see about that NCAA and 60-year eligibility thing.
Yeah.
We're all cheering for you on that one. That'd
Thank
be
you.
sweet.
Go Cyclones.
For sure. Thank you. All right. Do we turn this thing off? Or?
Yeah,